Polkadot is a multi-chain network convention that empowers the exchange of tokens and erratic information across different blockchains. Its biological system additionally gives an open climate to cross-chain libraries and comparative calculation. Thus, it likewise permits the structure of utilizations that get information from a private blockchain to execute it on a public blockchain. For instance, a confidential association can send its records to a public association for confirmation. Polkadot is a versatile heterogeneous multichain. Dissimilar to old blockchain executions, it was not intended to offer intrinsic application usefulness, nor was it centered around giving a solitary chain of fluctuating levels of consensus over possible applications. All things considered, it gives the bedrock handoff chain that lets numerous worldwide cognizant dynamic and legitimate information structures be facilitated one next to the other. These information structures needn't bother with to be blockchain in nature and are named parachains or parallelized chains or parachains. The Polkadot stage depends on a handoff chain that utilizes a proof-of-stake agreement strategy. Polkadot, DOT, Fundamental Analysis. Polkadot can be thought to be equivalent to a bunch of free chains, like the arrangement of Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, and Bitcoin. In any case, not at all like them, it is pooled security and sans trust interchain exchanges. This further makes them more versatile. The issues put on Polkadot can be steadily parallelized and scaled out across an enormous number of parachains. The framework's capacity to scale emerges from the way that every one of the parts of each parachain can be parallelly led by an alternate fragment of the Polkadot organization. To decrease improvement risk, Polkadot gives a no-frills piece of framework and lets the tending to of a large portion of the intricacy at the middleware level. This likewise empowers the essential programming to get created at all time and with a trustable degree of safety, strength, and reasonable condition. The runtime of the Polkadot climate is open to a wide scope of engineers, as it is coded in C++, Rust, and Golang. Polkadot State Machine is incorporated to a carefully performing virtual climate, WebAssembly, WASM, created by popular organizations like Microsoft, Mozilla, Google, and Apple. This makes a tremendous environment for supporting the norm. Its handoff chain is fabricated utilizing a blockchain building structure named Substrate, which is the refined result of learnings of parity technologies, and constructs Bitcoin, Ethereum, and undertaking blockchains. The system's administration in the Polkadot stage utilizes an adaptable cross-stage network structure for shared applications, or at least, LIBP2P. It is intended to be a praiseworthy model for the impending decentralized applications and deals with the correspondence and friend revelation in the Polkadot biological system. The Polkadot network is gotten by utilizing a nominated confirmation of stake system with validators and nominators. The mark tokens increment the security in the chain, as it turns out to be very costly for getting out of hand. Validators get marked on the relay chain and guarantee exchanges from different parachains. Nominators support validators with their tokens. This plan further approves the chains for secure communication among one another under free administration and similar standards. As Polkadot unequivocally ensures disconnection, security, and correspondence, it permits parachains to choose from generally running properties themselves. The convention is urgent to give a totally inflexible establishment to building the following rush of agreement frameworks on it, completely by the gamble range from adult and proficient plans. How Polkadot works. It is accomplished through the administrations of parachains and the organization's agreement strategies, curtailed as Granddad and Darling. A proof-of-stake agreement instrument is utilized to make and dispense new DOT tokens, check exchanges, and secure the organization. 4 unique sorts of hubs make up the Polkadot biological system, and a hub nominator instrument for working with a relay chain to keep up with network agreement. A wide range of hubs are fit for performing with different kinds, however are independently present for an alternate capacity, while protecting the solidarity between the relay chain and the Polkadot blockchain network. The hubs that can work on the Polkadot network are with the end goal of validators, nominators, gatherers, and phishing jobs. Validators. They actually look at the rightness of the information in the parachain, vote on the required changes, and partake in the organization's agreement cycle. Nominators. They guarantee that the transfer chain is safeguarded by choosing dependable validators and giving the DOT tokens to them. Gatherers. They save a total record for each parachain and give it to blocks for adding them to the transfer chain. Angler. They keep aware of any improper way of behaving on the Polkadot organization and report it to the validators. The DOT holders can collaborate with the marking framework in different ways based on the time, capital, and specialized information they need to commit. The holders additionally get the ability to cast a ballot and participate in project choices and improvement. Alongside this, he can likewise utilize the token to collaborate and make the validators act really in the organization during their monetary stake in the legitimacy of the check cycle. This lets everybody on the blockchain block the token in an agreement for performing one or numerous obligations expected for it to appropriately work. There are three essential purposes of Polkadot's token DAB. It is utilized in administration on the organization and for getting marked or reinforced. Individuals who have Polkadot tokens have command over the entire convention. Each honor, including the Board of Extraordinary Occasions, redesigns and fixing issues, specifically to the diggers, and will be allotted to the relay chain members, DOT holders. The blockchain rewards the great and legitimate symbolic holders by their marking system, while punishing the agitators by loss of stake in the organization, and thus gets the organization. Token holding likewise happens to add new parachains, while old and obsolete parachains are confined by eliminating fortified tokens. Polkadot future plans. Polkadot has accomplished its guide by acquiring security, adaptability, and advancement, sending off the beginning block of its relay chain in 2020 and a few parachains in 2021. Prior, it used to transport PC games on costly and tedious printed circuit sheets called cartridges. It was a blunder-resistant framework as the code was scratched on the chips. These days, applications, programs, and games are utilized that are consistently and physically refreshed. The bugs sort out before they become hazardous, and all new conceivable better arrangements get included. Blockchains expect moves up to adapt to novel circumstances, very much like the other programming. Be that as it may, it is fundamentally more hard to redesign a blockchain when contrasted with applications, programs, and games. Standard updates in the blockchain need a period-taking forking of the organization, and hard forks could fall to pieces the local area. Polkadot's changed this interaction by letting the blockchains overhaul themselves without forking the chain. Polkadot's on-chain administration makes it conceivable to straightforwardly go through this cycle. This makes the stage state-of-the-art and developing as per the necessities of time, and actually prevents the dangers connected with petulant hard forks, and breaks the dividers that discourage their entrance to numerous associations. Polkadot, DOT, price analysis. Polkadot, DOT, was first sent off in October 2017, while offering a sum of $2.24